The CDC is listing Monroe County as a place with substantial COVID transmission among several other counties in the state. This report coming days after the CDC recommended people in COVID hotspots mask up once again indoors regardless of their vaccination status. Erica Cost joining us live with what this all means. Good morning, Erica.
Good morning, Leah. Well, any guidance regarding masks will fall on local and regional governments. We did reach out to Monroe County and the Department of Health over the weekend, and we are awaiting a comment from them sometime today on this. Over in Buffalo, they have implemented indoor mask mandates in some places like government buildings. This is regardless of vaccination status, and it's because of the Delta virus variant, a strain more contagious, infecting both vaccinated and unvaccinated. In last week's weekly update from the county, the average positivity rate was 2%, the highest it's been locally since May 30th. However, regional hospitalization rates have remained steady. And the good news is we are in a much better position to fight off this virus than ever before. More than half Americans are fully vaccinated, and Dr. Fauci has recently said he does not foresee lockdowns in our future. So we'll keep an eye out for what county leaders are saying on those masks later today. Leah?
Yeah, nobody wants to go back there. All right, Erica, thank you so much. Local county health officials did tell us that last week mask mandates weren't necessary given the transmission rate, but that rate has since increased slightly. We will keep you posted on any updates as we get them. Late last night, a bipartisan group of senators unveiling a $1 trillion bill to improve the nation's infrastructure. The full text stretches thousands of pages. So we're joined by Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor live in Washington this morning. What is included in this deal? Good morning, by the way.
Yeah, good morning to you as well. The final product includes $550 billion in new spending over 5 years. And that includes investments in everything from roads, bridges, and highways to high-speed internet to even issues that deal with climate, including charging stations for electric vehicles and protections from extreme weather. And so there was a lot of give and take here, especially over the last few months of negotiations where there was said to be a deal and then there wasn't. But this is where Democrats and Republicans right now have landed, but we are expecting the amendment process to play out here now.
Yeah, we have been talking about this for a long time. How does this deal differ from President Biden's original proposal, Jesse?
Yeah, the president at first, of course, wanted that wider, the sweeping infrastructure bill that dealt with that traditional infrastructure is what it's been referred to, and then the human infrastructure component. And so since that wasn't very popular among Republicans, they split those in two. And so this is that traditional infrastructure legislation. And really where it differs too from his original proposal is as far as how to pay for all of these investments. At first, the president wanted to raise taxes on the wealthiest Americans. That was a non-starter for Republicans. And so the text in this latest legislation says that to pay for this $550 billion in new spending, they're going to use untapped COVID-19 relief funds and also funds that were returned from states dealing with unemployment assistance. And so there's still a couple other funding mechanisms as well. They're really hoping for some new revenue over these next 5 years to pay for it, but that's kind of the main crux of it.
All right, Jesse, thank you so much for your coverage. We appreciate it. The bill will go to the House for approval after it is voted on by the Senate this week. In other news this morning, one man is dead after a fuel tanker drove off a highway in Florida. Take a look at the video from the scene. The crash happening around 4 p.m. yesterday. Florida Highway Patrol said the driver somehow lost control of that tanker. The flames were eventually brought under control after burning for over an hour. Over 8,000 gallons of fuel were in the truck at the time. Just heartbreaking to see that. Time now is 6:50. We are looking ahead to some good news on this Monday morning, weather-wise, James.
Gorgeous stretch, I think, Leah. We're looking really nice as we get throughout today and I think the next couple of days as well. Temperatures this afternoon getting to the low to mid-70s, still below average for early August. We will eventually get to the 80s as we get into the second half of the week, but you might even be thinking about watering as we get over the next few days. Low chances for rain, pretty much zero today. I think zero tomorrow. Wednesday, bump it up to about 10%, but up to 30% as we get into Thursday. We'll take a look at the temperatures, commute forecast, and the last look at the 8-day coming up. Leah?
All right, thank you so much. We're going to take a live look now at your sunrise traffic report on this Monday morning. No major accidents on the major roadways, 390, 490, 590 right now, but traffic lights are out on Elmwood Avenue and South Goodman Street. Again, traffic lights out on Elmwood Avenue and South Goodman Street, so take note of that if you're heading in that direction. In our Family First segment this morning, officials reporting a wave of COVID outbreaks linked to summer camps, and health officials are worried that it could be a preview of what's to come this school year. In Hudson, New York, where 67% of those 12 and up are fully vaccinated, news of a COVID outbreak at Camp Pontiac has a lot of people concerned.
By Monday, it was 23. By Wednesday, it was 31. They're all in the 7 to 11 age group, so they're, of course, unvaccinated.
Jack Mabb is the public health director of Columbia County, where the camp is located.
What was your reaction?
Oh, crap. I can't say that, can I? I think that was pretty much our reaction. We haven't seen this.
This summer, outbreaks have been reported at camps around the country. In North Carolina, a camp outbreak has been linked to at least 75 cases in 17 states. At Pontiac, officials say almost all older campers and staff were fully vaccinated, and everyone was tested on the first day.
COVID can get in there, whether it's the variant or not, despite everything that you do. And I think that's a harbinger for the schools come fall.
Protocols for cafeterias, athletics, and buses are still up in the air in New York as everyone waits for guidance from the state.
If buses still have to keep 6 feet or 3 feet between students, that's not going to allow us to bring all of our students back.
My granddaughter starts here in 5 weeks as a 5-year-old.
You worried about her?
Yes, I am.
A worry that for many will grow as summer winds down and a new school year approaches. And we, of course, will keep you posted on the latest guidance from the state when it comes to that. New information on a crash in Webster over the weekend that sent one man to the hospital. The West Webster Fire Department responding to Lake Road shortly after 4 o'clock Sunday morning. They found an SUV crashed through the barricades where a bridge was being replaced. We're told the vehicle was occupied by a 28-year-old man. Firefighters were able to remove him, and he was taken to Rochester General. Police say that man was driving under the influence of both alcohol and drugs. The unidentified man will appear in Webster Town Court at a later date. An investigation continues after a plane headed to Buffalo from Newark was rerouted to Frederick Douglass International Airport yesterday. No details on why that plane was forced to land here in Rochester. We will keep you updated on air and online at rochesterfirst.com. You might have heard about this. According to a new report by the Buffalo News, the owners of the Buffalo Bills could threaten a move if new stadium demands are not met. Last month, the team announced its plans to build a new stadium in Orchard Park. The Pagulas, who own the Bills and Sabres, say they want the new stadium to be entirely funded by taxpayers. They're asking for $1.5 billion in all, 1.1 of that to go to Highmark Stadium and $400 million to renovate the Sabres KeyBank Center. Many NFL insiders believe Austin, Texas could be a possible destination if the team were to leave Buffalo. All right, we're looking now at the overall medal count. The U.S. currently has 61 total medals, leading the Olympics. China has more gold with 28, but trails overall by 3. And new this morning, Simone Biles will compete in Tuesday's women's balance beam final, according to USA Gymnastics. Biles did not compete last week after choosing to focus on her mental health. Here's what some of you might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. The United States men's soccer team moving one step closer to World Cup qualifying after beating Mexico in the Gold Cup. The event features teams mainly from North and Central America and is separate from the Olympics. Miles Robinson's goal in extra time gave the team a 1-0 win over Mexico. The U.S. also beat Mexico in the Nations League final last month, and the women's national team has been knocked out of the Olympics after losing to Canada. So much to keep track of.
There's a lot of sports.
A lot of sports.
What's
it's
your
nice to have it on.
watch?
I just like having it on in the background. I love having baseball on.
Baseball. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's fun to see.
What about you?
I like table tennis.
Okay.
One of my favorite ones to watch because it can get very intense. A lot of the really obscure ones. Badminton's pretty fun to watch. Rowing is kind of a neat one as well.
Yeah.
So all the
Hey,
straight
nice day
laws.
to get out and row today.
Anything.
That's for sure.
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure. Great commute if you're driving, if you're along the Genesee River, a popular spot to go rowing there. Should be a gem. Not much to say here with the 8-day forecast, except try to enjoy it. A nice stretch. Maybe one of the best stretches we've had so far this summer, this week.
Yeah, I think you're going to have an easy week, it looks like.
Yeah, easy week in the forecast. I'll be keeping busy, though, in the weather department.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is coming up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.